Next, let's talk about a related method called match and lead. The match and lead method takes advantage of the fact that once you are mirroring your client, often they will in turn mirror you. A mutual empathetic connection has been established, and subconsciously, they begin to follow your lead. If your client is experiencing a negative emotion and you want to help them move on, you can often use mirroring to match their energy, posture, vocal tone, and possibly even word choice. And then you can lead them by changing to a more neutral posture and tone. Note that with a match and lead, you'll need to find a genuine reason to feel the same emotion as your client. If they're angry about an event, perhaps you're outraged on their behalf, or perhaps you're angry for your own reasons. Doesn't really matter what your motivations are or if they're exactly the same as your client. What's critical is that your emotion is authentic. I wouldn't try faking a match and lead, but if you're able to truly empathize with your client, you often won't have to. A few other notes. Match and lead shouldn't be overused. And don't be concerned if your client doesn't follow your lead right away. Often the mirroring will emerge over time in their tone and words, not in their posture necessarily. But when a client is feeling a strong emotion, it can be very useful to meet them in that emotion, establishing that you're both on the same side of the issue and rebuilding that empathetic connection before leading them into more neutral territory. Let's take a look at an example of a mirror, match, and lead. Hey, Bert. Thanks for coming in today. Any questions before we get started talking about what your system might look like?
Well, I most of all, I really like to know the companies that I'm working with. So can you tell me some about your company?
Absolutely. And what would you like to know?
Uh, well, I mean, pretty much, I just like to work with companies that are local and take care of their employees. I've had some really bad experiences with contracting companies in the past.
Definitely makes sense, particularly if you've had some bad experiences in the past. Just so that I'm answering your question well, can you tell me a little bit more about the bad experiences that you've had?
After the big storm in 2015, we had to have a company come from out of state and redo our roof. And within weeks, the roof started leaking and they wouldn't return my calls. And I just felt burdened with this mess. And I actually had to call our lawyers and pay thousands of dollars to get out of this mess. It was awful.
That sounds awful. Yeah, that makes me so angry. It's like there's so many good contractors out there, but then you hear about one bad apple that really spoils the bunch, and it makes all of us look really bad. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. It sounds like a real nightmare for you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, I had to spend like weeks just taking out buckets of water from the attic. It was a really hard time.